You said something in a meeting last week and immediately thought, why didn't that come out better? Or you sent an email and reread it 3 times wondering if it sounded off. Maybe you had a great point to make and it just didn't land. That feeling is so common it almost has a name. The right thought, the wrong words. What if there was a way to practice nailing it every single time before it actually mattered? This is where ChatGPT quietly becomes one of the most underrated tools in your daily life. Not for tech people, not for coders. For anyone who talks to other humans, which is, everyone. ChatGPT is a free AI tool. Think of it like a writing partner who's always available, never judges you, and genuinely wants to help you express yourself better. And the tricks that make it actually useful for communication aren't complicated. They're small shifts in how you ask it things. That's it. Stack Future is where we make all of this make sense. Subscribe if you want more. New video every single day, always in plain English. These 5 tricks work whether you're writing emails, having tough conversations, making presentations, or just trying to sound more confident when you open your mouth. Here's a thing most people don't think to do. They write their email, their message, their little speech, and they just send it. Or they agonize over it alone for 20 minutes, changing 1 word at a time. Instead, write your draft, however rough it is, and paste it into ChatGPT. Then say this: rewrite this so it sounds more confident and clear, but keep my voice. That last part is important. Keep my voice. Without that instruction, ChatGPT tends to polish things into this sort of corporate speak that sounds like a press release. Adding "keep my voice" tells it to clean up the structure without making it sound like someone else wrote it. What comes back is usually your same idea, your same tone, just tighter. The rambling parts get trimmed. The confusing sentence that you knew was confusing but couldn't fix. Fixed. And here's the part people don't expect. Reading the rewrite teaches you something. You start noticing the patterns in your own writing that drag things down. Long wind-ups before the actual point. Hedging phrases like, "I just wanted to maybe check if possibly." ChatGPT cuts those automatically. After a while, you catch yourself cutting them before you even open ChatGPT. This works for texts, emails, performance reviews, apology messages, literally anything you write to another person. Paste it in, ask for a cleaner version, keep your voice. Takes 30 seconds. Sometimes you know what you mean. You just don't know how someone who really knows this stuff would say it. And that gap between understanding something and being able to articulate it is where most people feel stuck. ChatGPT can close that gap fast. Let's say you're in a meeting and someone brings up cash flow problems at your company. You sort of understand what's happening, but you're not sure how to contribute without sounding like you're guessing. Before that next meeting, open ChatGPT and type, "Explain cash flow problems in simple terms, then give me 3 smart questions I could ask in a meeting about this topic." What you get back is a quick, plain English explanation, plus actual questions that sound informed and engaged. Not fake, not showing off, just the kind of questions that signal you've thought about this. You can do this with any topic. A doctor's appointment where you want to advocate for yourself, a negotiation with a landlord, a conversation with your kid's teacher. Ask ChatGPT what a knowledgeable person would say, or ask in that situation, and you walk in prepared instead of hoping for the best. Actually, this one works even better when you follow up. After ChatGPT gives you those questions, ask, "Now, what are the likely responses I'll hear, and how should I reply?" Now you've basically rehearsed the whole conversation in 5 minutes before it happened. Okay, so this one sounds almost too simple, and I think that's why people skip past it. You know how the same message can feel totally different depending on how it's worded? "I need this by Friday. hits differently than, "Any chance you could get this to me by Friday?" Same request, very different vibes, and the wrong tone at the wrong moment can derail a whole relationship. ChatGPT is genuinely excellent at tone translation. You write what you actually mean, bluntly, honestly, however it comes out, and then ask it to adjust the tone. You can be specific. Make this warmer. Make this more direct. Make this sound professional but not cold. Make this sound firm but not aggressive. That last one is a real thing people struggle with, especially when you need to push back on someone, a contractor, a coworker, a customer service rep. And you don't want to sound like a pushover, but you also don't want to start a fight. Type out what you actually want to say, the unfiltered version, and ask ChatGPT to make it firm but respectful. What comes back threads that needle in a way most people can't do in the heat of the moment. This works in reverse, too. If you receive a message that set off alarm bells, something that seemed rude or passive-aggressive, paste it into ChatGPT and ask, "Is this message aggressive or am I reading into it? What's the most charitable interpretation?" It's like having a calm friend in your pocket who helps you not overreact, which honestly might be the thing that saves more relationships than anything else on this list. Most people avoid hard conversations because they don't know how they'll go. You play it out in your head, it goes badly in your imagination, and suddenly you're putting it off for 3 weeks. ChatGPT can be your practice partner. And no, it doesn't feel weird after the first 30 seconds. Here's how. Tell ChatGPT who you need to talk to and what about. Give it some context. Then ask it to play that person and respond the way they might actually respond. Not perfectly, it won't know your specific coworker or family member, but it can play a defensive colleague, or someone who doesn't like confrontation, or a manager who tends to push back. Type your opening line. See how ChatGPT responds in character, then reply. Go back and forth 3 or 4 times. By the end of it, you've basically rehearsed the conversation. You've found the places where you get flustered. You've figured out how to say the hardest part out loud without everything falling apart. Then when the real conversation happens, it's not the first time your brain has processed it. That matters more than people realize. Anxiety about hard conversations usually comes from the unknown. Rehearsing shrinks the unknown down to almost nothing. You can also ask ChatGPT after the role play, "What did I do well in that conversation and what could I say better?" It'll give you actual feedback, specific, useful, without making you feel bad about it. If there's one thing worth carrying out of this video, it's that ChatGPT isn't just for writing stuff from scratch. It's best used as a thinking partner, something you bounce your own words off of before they reach another person. Your ideas, your voice, just sharper. None of these tricks require any technical knowledge. No subscriptions, no special setup. Free ChatGPT handles all of it. Tomorrow's video is one a lot of you are going to want. We're looking at how to use free ChatGPT to turn any recipe into a full healthy meal plan. No nutrition degree, no complicated apps, no guesswork. Just a prompt and a plan. Don't miss it, and if this was useful to you today, hit the like button. It genuinely